Welcome
to another episode of Barber. We're your hosts, Skivo and Snapper. And these are our new digs.
Hope you enjoy. This is under the stairs at Mammoth Barber shop. This is probably gonna be vape smoke.
It's kind of cool, it kind of gives a good effect. This podcast is going to take you places you've never been before. So this podcast aims to bring you everything you need in life.
This thing to that thing.
If you need help, we're here.
We're here for you.
They may be very niche topics that you need help with, but we're going to try and give it to you the best we
And
can.
we want you guys to help us out on what we need to be doing. What works, what doesn't work, what topics we need to be talking about, your input on everything, just so we can get
It's paramount.
That's the word I was looking for. Absolutely.
So today, we're going to be talking about the mysterious unknown, the places you've never seen before.
Deep, dark caverns of the universe.
The aliens that reside inside of us all. We're talking about,
The unknown.
well, I was going to say like paranormal or something that like ghosts, aliens,
Goblins.
goblins,
Trolls under bridges.
you name it. That's what we're talking about today.
Mr. Potato Head.
Now, Snapper and I here, our upbringing, we had some paranormal shit happen to
A
us.
lot of paranormal shit. We lived in this farmhouse way out in the middle of nowhere in the middle of a cornfield. Very, what's that one movie? With the house.
Poltergeist?
No, well, yeah, I guess. But no, the Amityville Horror.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of.
Kind of like that.
It's kind of like that, except for the house doesn't look like it at all, and the ghost didn't do any of that stuff.
There's no like blood pit
No
under the
blood,
stairs.
no.
One of them added this whole extra scene where they went down in the basement and there was this whole freaky chamber. And there was like a
I don't know about you, but I had a freaky chamber in there.
huh?
I mean, I was pretty early on for kinky stuff at about 8.
All right. First topic: UFOs. First of all, are they real?
What does UFO stand for?
Unidentified flying object. And some people, this is a big point of contention, the debate on what UFO actually stands for.
Yeah, Universal Floating
Oracle.
Yeah.
I've read that one.
Yeah.
UFO standing for unidentified flying object. Now, when the term UFO gets brought up, a lot of people that I've noticed at least tend to go straight for, oh, that's an alien.
Yeah, but it's not. I mean, pretty much the name says it all. It's an unidentified flying object. If it's flying, and if it's unidentified, and namely if it's an object.
Yeah. I've had a lot of people roll their eyes whenever talking about that subject in particular. There could be lots of things that are unidentified in the sky.
Yeah, I mean, like
a kite,
kites.
a plate being thrown.
Yep. Air.
Sometimes mistaken for
UFOs. I mean, let's get real. Wind patterns. Or are you just UFOs?
Do we really know what air is?
Do we really know what wind is? If we don't know what air is, we definitely don't know what wind is.
I mean, you break it down, and yeah, you think you know about wind, but what do you really know?
You can't see it. You can feel it, but you can't see it. Sugar from.
I know that they study wind. Obviously, they study
What's the
wind
study of
patterns.
wind? What is that?
Windology, duh.
A UFO is a mysterious object seen in the sky for which it is claimed no orthodox scientific explanation can be found. Synonyms are flying saucer.
Okay.
But I don't know how that would be a synonym because if it looks like a
If you
saucer,
can't identify it, I mean,
right.
well, I guess if it looks like it, then I mean, it's a flying saucer UFO.
And well, that would be a UFC or a UFS.
Okay, yeah, I mean, flying saucer.
An
just being
unidentified
like,
flying saucer.
yeah, okay. Well, then let's do it the other way. Okay, you see a flying saucer. What are you gonna call that?
A flying saucer. The other synonym they have is Foo Fighter, which could be a whole nother thing we could talk about, because that was with the Germans in World War II.
And Dave Grohl.
And Dave Grohl, he was a Nazi sergeant.
Later started the Foo Fighters.
The Foo Fighters, yeah.
Which you all know and love.
Mm-hmm. And
but this one says an identified flying object of a kind reported by U.S. pilots during World War II, usually described as a bright light or ball of fire.
going back to Dave Grohl really quick, when they were actually making the unidentified flying objects for Germany in World War II.
Mm-hmm.
So they had all of their military planes, or the Air Force, whatever, big jets, the fighter planes, all that stuff. They had them all lined up, and they put one flying saucer in the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
When Dave Grohl was looking at it, and that's how they brought it on to him.
Really?
Yeah, that's how they showed him that they were making. So
that's where you got the
This
name.
is where Sergeant Dave Grohl comes in, and he's looking down the line, and he sees all the fighter jets and stuff like that, and he comes to the flying saucer.
Mm-hmm.
He's credited as saying, one of these things is not like the others.
Mm.
Which then he took that later to one of his songs. And what if I say I'm not like the others? He's identifying himself as another.
As a UFO.
So, Dave Grohl's an alien. Was the moral of that story.
Huh. All right. So where we live where we grew up, we've been around rural Indiana, Midwest
Central
town.
Indiana.
There's not a lot of stuff happening here these days.
We literally grew up in the middle of a cornfield.
We lived on a horse farm.
But that was on a horse farm. But that was one of the best things, especially for things like this, is that absolutely no light pollution whatsoever. No light pollution. Bright moon, bright stars. The stars are bright, big at night. Deep in the heart of Texas.
But there's been a lot of things that have actually happened in Hamilton County. Not a lot of people know this. There's been a whole lot of sightings of these supposed UFOs.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, back in sometime in the 2000s, what do you call that? Aught?
The aught region.
The aughts. There was a sonic boom that occurred
up in
Kokomo, Indiana, at about 2 or 3 in the morning. And now, one thing about sonic booms after a certain time of night are not allowed by law to occur.
Even with military or Air Force and all that stuff.
With any of that. Now, there are Air Force bases around that area, but at that time of night, everybody heard it. There was a ton of call-ins. A lot of people heard it. And it was described that the military actually did run an exercise. Supposedly. So, what do you think the future is going to look like for us as human beings? Either with climate failing.
Well, it doesn't look like it's going to be much longer like this. This is us. This is the human span. Once this is out in 20 minutes or an hour, because that's an hourglass.
Yeah. That'll give you some idea.
No, we'll just be all gone. We'll all be dead. That's the void.
I'm ready to invest in robotics at this point. I think it'd probably be a smart move. Robots are literally teaching themselves how to be human now. They're in the process of it. Mm-hmm. It's almost like they open the floodgates and there's no turning back. Soon they will look like you and me. Have you ever seen Ex Machina?
No, I haven't, but it's been recommended to me several times. I just haven't watched it. But I was watching this one show, and it had Morgan Freeman in it, I think. But they were talking about the afterlife with AI. How there's people now that are taking an AI, like a robotic head, right? You tell it all of your memories and things like that, or you type out your memories, or whatever you want this thing to remember about you. It puts it inside of this robot, right? And this thing will be you after you're gone. So it there's one of me, right?
Yeah.
And you walk up to it and you're like, hey, you remember that time that I snorted blue Kool-Aid, right? And I'd be like, yeah. And then the robot would be like, yeah, and you poured water down your nose and it made Kool-Aid come out of your mouth and your nose. But that's the sort of thing. It'll be you.
It's reminiscent of almost like the Simpsons, the floating heads.
Yes.
But more robotic,
Yes.
of course.
Yes, exactly.
That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't it be
That would be pretty freaky. I don't know if I would.
I don't know. I'd do it.
I can just imagine coming home and having Joey's head just like, what's up, bitches?
Hello. That's all I would say when you enter like, oh.
You would never say anything.
Yeah, that's it.
But you would go and like nod your head but to whatever you said, like really like paid attention and listened and made the expressions and then just said, hello. I think I'd probably want one of those of like George Costanza, his character.
Oh man, that'd be great.
Or Kramer every time you watch him.
Oh my god, yes. I will invest all of my money.
So if you're out there and you're on the forefront of this
Kramer AI robot
expedition,
we are looking for you.
We're ready to invest.
We're ready to invest.
This YouTube channel will probably blow up in probably a couple of days.
And we will have our Kramer robot right here.
If you can just donate.
If anybody knows anybody that has a Kramer robot or any sort of animatronic that relates to Seinfeld, it will go right here.
And you
Newman, it'd be great with
Jerry.
Newman.
That was probably one of my favorite skits in Seinfeld.
Oh yeah. Any band.
Like it was so small, but such an integral part to that character.
Yeah.
That's all his character was at the time. I know we're talking about robots, but this is something I wondered. Like, what started so much hate from Jerry to Newman? Like, what was it that like?
I don't know.
Like, did they ever even say it?
I don't know. That's the whole thing. I was gonna say I haven't like delved that deep into Seinfeld to know if there was like an initial thing that made Jerry upset.
What did Newman do to Jerry?
So it was just the very first person that was antagonist in Seinfeld, so he just ran with it. You know what I mean?
Gotcha, yeah.
So from then on, he was just that person.
Newman.
We need this picture of Newman.
Yeah. We came up with our own Seinfeld episode one time.
Oh my god, yeah, we did.
Our idea
anything about the character?
was that, okay, you know the typical Kramer scene where he runs in and Jerry's in the kitchen and he grabs some milk and starts drinking it.
Yeah.
And he comes and he says, he's like, I'm telling you, Jerry. Look, there's this moth and it's chasing me around. Can't get rid of this moth, Jerry! So throughout the scene, you just see this moth like on the couch. Kramer comes in, slams through the door.
It'd be like up here.
And then zooms in on the moth's face. Just like staring at him.
Zooms in on Kramer. Yes.
It would be so funny.
Jerry Seinfeld, your seat's right here. We'll talk about that the entire time you're here.
And then like George or somebody has to go and like console him through this situation, and tell him like you're just being crazy.
Maybe that's how it ends. I don't know. Kramer just goes into a mental asylum because of this moth.
It could be like the finale of the reunion where it's like that's what they put him away for. The moth did him in. One thing we need to invest in is a space heater back here.
Yeah, it's very cold.
Very cold.
Yeah, I have slippers on.
I'll probably start cutting diamond
nipple chips. Trip nipples.
Chipples. As we call them.
Chipples.
Echo.
Yeah. Show us your chipples. No, don't do that. That would be bad.
This episode of Mammoth Traco is brought to you by Mammoth Barber Company, where we provide exceptional haircuts at a quality price. We're shooting today from underneath the stairs of Mammoth Barber Co. Look sharp, live large.